Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's up, JJL family? I'm out here sitting on my back porch, man. I made me some tea. I'm chilling. But most of all, I am full of words, but not so many. I don't know how to, what am I saying? I'm full of words, but I'm so full of words that I can jump from subject to subject and I probably will lose your attention. So I'm going to keep it short and simple. First and foremost, it's been about a month since I upload, and the reason why is because I'm making some changes. I got two different playlists on the channel where it's vlogs, where I will continue to make vlogs, but I want to get into something a little different. I will have Bible studies and things that basically just preaching the gospel. Not really preaching, just teaching it. And where I would just sit down in my living room. As a matter of fact, I'm about to go do it now. And there's a Facebook channel called Cry in the Wilderness. And that is the name of the playlist. And the point of that playlist is to give you the message for this time. The message of Elijah. We at AMC Ministries like to call it. But it's a cry in the wilderness. And what a cry in the wilderness is that cry that's out there in the wilderness that draws us to God, that draws us to Christ. It draws us. It's the unanswered question that's never asked. In the book of John, chapter 8, Christ talks about how the truth will set us free. And that's the next point I want to get to. I'm telling you, I can go everywhere with you. The reason why I made JGL, Javon Gets Lifted, the reason why I made the channel is because the channel and title of the channel is self-explanatory. Javon, myself, how I've always made vlogs about the outcome of being set free from depression. Learning to control my stress levels. Learning about how losing value in relationships. All my titles, thinking outside the box, setting your thoughts higher. Everything that I've ever created for YouTube, for the channel, for you guys, has been evidence of me being lifted. But how? And that's where A Cry in the Wilderness comes in, because the being lifted part came from the gospel of Jesus Christ. And there's so many people that'll say, oh, I understand that. That sounds cliche. But I'm talking about, okay, I'm reading something and then God pumps my mind with it. And then I'm like, okay, in order to find success in it, I must live what I am reading. I must live what I'm learning. I must trust in divine power. And so I never really get into that. I never really get into that meat and potatoes. I give you the dessert. And I just don't want to give you the dessert. I want to start giving you the meat and potatoes. So that's where I'm going with this, man. Javon Gets Lifted is me accepting the gospel. Family, maybe one day I'm going to sit down and give a vlog about a testimony about my life and how dark and lost and depressed and oppressed I felt at a time where I thought I was alone, nobody understand, where the shame of my past, the guilt of my past, all was always a target for the devil to use against my mind. How if you go on my IG account, not one of my last posts, I posted of an old house I used to live in, and I said in that house that I would never forget. I said on that post in the caption that I would never forget. I would never forget the struggle I went to spiritual, the dark places I was in spiritual, the oppressed feeling I was in spiritual, from my career, my marriage, my relationship with my family, my relationship with my children. All these things was dark places, and I would never forget. I would never forget how I allowed myself to fall into the traps and the thinking of the enemy. And it wasn't until I truly accepted the gospel of Jesus Christ that 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 I started recognizing that what I thought was good for me wasn't. I started to recognize that certain people that it was in my life wasn't sent to help build or encourage, and I was allowing things to happen because of my own choices. And when I really sat down and made a decision to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm done with this rebellious state. Lord, what must I do to be saved? It wasn't an instant transformation. Okay, it wasn't an instant thing where things stopped happening, things just started getting better. It was a process. It was a process of me learning, and through that process of me learning, the gospel changed my life, and it's still to this day changing my life. And I only created this channel to share with you the thoughts and the prompts that comes to my mind that God gives me when I read His Word. So what I want to do from now on is not only do I want to create vlogs for you, every title that you ever seen is prompts that God gives me that I give to you. But I'm going to start making a different playlist called A Cry in the Wilderness. The same gospel that helped me is to help you. So not only should Javon get lifted, but everyone in this family, every subscriber, every viewer, we should all get lifted together and accept the cry in the wilderness. It's JGL. I love you guys. Stay posted. I'm going to leave a link in the description to the channel that I want you to start following on Facebook, where I'm going to start doing live Bible studies. And then I'm going to start posting some Bible studies that's not going to be on that channel to this channel in a different playlist. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what's going out, so there will be no confusion. Vlogs will always be vlogs. I will always create vlogs that brought you to me. Okay, but I'm adding more deep, in-depth Bible studies to the channel. Okay, so that you will have something else. You will have the meat and potatoes. We're about to get into the meat and potatoes of what this channel, what the results of this channel. That makes sense. Birds, God's creatures. So anyway, listen, guys, stay tuned. Okay, if you got any questions, leave something in the comments. Any videos that has inspired you, that made you subscribe, please go back, like, and share. But we're gonna go forward. Peace, love, and God bless.